Way and welcome to Geordieland 1892. Just a few things that I'm going to go through. What's been going on at Newcastle United today. Going to talk about the fact that Newcastle United have secured a short-term loan from Hsbc Bank on the 25th of July, apparently. The loan is basically against season ticket sales and TV rights in the Premier League. The reported sum is apparently between, depends what you read, £75 million or £140 million. This is to bolster the squad this season. Obviously, they did lose out on quite a lot of revenue on sponsorship deals due to not being able to be sponsored by Saudi businesses, and the fact that we already had a sponsor which was going to be in place for another year. Fun 88 will finish at the end of this season, as betting companies will be banned in the Premier League. But it is interesting. People are asking, why is apparently the richest club in the world lending this money? Well, they're lending it in the short term. It makes sense to me. It means that they can go out and they can buy, and we do need to bolster the squad. Now, we did play Benfica at the Estadio de Luz on Tuesday night. Old news now, but it was quite feisty, quite furious. I got into the game quite well, actually. It was a cracking game, even if much of the first half we were up against it a little bit. But the way I look at it, Miggy Almiron and Trippier, supplying him. Almiron scored 2 really good goals against Benfica. You knew Benfica weren't going to lie down for this game because it was the Eusebio Cup. He's an idol. He's an icon in Portugal, and he's a legend at Benfica. Played there 15 years, scored 301 goals. So they wanted to keep that trophy there, and there was a healthy turnout, a very good turnout of Benfica fans supporting them. Listen, all right, we got beat 3-2 in the end. Joe Linton got sent off. Hey, what can I say? The only thing that alarmed me really was, and did alarm me, was I really don't think Chris Wood is the man. If something was to happen to Callum Wilson this season, I think Chris Wood. I don't think he's up to it. To be fair, he might get the odd headed goal, but I think we really definitely need to sit up and waken up, and I think we need to bring a striker in first and foremostly this season. He did have a couple of chances in the second half. I mean, he had a header from about 6 yards out and he should have buried it. He didn't, and that could have been the difference in that game. But we do need to think about a new striker. Now, the new owners, since they came in October the 7th, what blessing, they have spent over about 150 million on players alone. But then you've got to add on the refurbishments of St James's Park, which were much necessary. It had been left to rack and ruin by the previous owner, and have been doing a good job of it as well. All right, it's a bit of a lick of paint, but I'm sure there was some probably more major things to do inside the stadium, not just dressing in the malls below. It's looking really good. The outside seems to be bit by bit being painted black on the outside, but the malls do look really good, with some really cool murals and paintings and pictures, new tellies, and apparently the toilets have been rejuvenated as well, which were much needed to a disgusting. Apart from the refurbishment of St James's Park, I mean, they've also had to spend quite a considerable amount of money on the training ground. Thus, Newcastle United playing in training camps abroad. This is why they went to Austria and also Portugal. I mean, in that period, Eddie Howe wanted them to play in Austria because it's high altitude and it was all about fitness. They played 1860 Munich there, which we got a win, and we played Mans 0-5, which we got beat. But possession-wise, we looked really good in that game. We looked fit, which is a far cry from where we were this time last season. Obviously, moved on to Portugal, and we met up with a Burnley squad, which were out there training as well, and we did a couple of friendly games, like 45 minutes, 2 pitches at the same time, and swapped over, and you know, we kind of won that 9-2 really in the full frame of things. But yeah, good bit of training, good bit of practice for the lads, match practice really. And then, like I say, we played Benfica, which was not a friendly. Now, obviously, Newcastle United continue really to be linked with every player under the sun. And it's just every day it's a new player, isn't it? Every single day. And it's been like that since, well, January really, hasn't it? You know, it was great that we did get our man in Botman. I thought he looked really comfortable against Benfica. And obviously, somebody that caught my eye, caught everybody's eye, was Matt Bondswell, who, you know, just came in out of nowhere, really. And I thought he slotted in brilliantly. I don't think he even put a foot wrong. So I think he is really a contender towards the squad. He looked really comfortable, and well done him. Now, obviously, after that game, obviously, straight away there's concerns in the squad, in the sense of bolstering the squad. And like I've said, we've been linked to practically everybody. But at the minute, you know, this Julian Draxler, he plays at PSG. I can imagine he's on a fair packet, like, with wages. But he probably could be a good acquisition for Newcastle. I mean, obviously Dan Ashworth is constantly working to bring somebody in. We've also been linked with Timo Werner, who, I mean, as at Chelsea, his performances haven't been great at Chelsea, but apparently Tuchel has been moving him around on the pitch. They have been battering heads at the minute, and I think it looks like it's time for him to leave Chelsea. The only problem is with Timo Werner. I mean, I've seen him where he's been brilliant in the past, and I've also seen him kind of lately, and I'm not sure, you know, he's not so clinical. But the big problem is his wages, and he's on about £270,000 a week, which would absolutely obliterate the pay structure at Newcastle United. If he came on loan with a view to buy, maybe Chelsea would pay half of his wages, and maybe that might be all right for the minute and give him a tryout. But to bring him in and buy him and be on kind of £270,000 a week, I think there would be. I think it would upset the squad a little bit. And also, apparently, players do have contracts that when a big player comes in, you know, therefore they will get a pay rise as well. I don't think that's really what we want at the minute. So I don't know about Timo Werner, to be fair. Now, we continue to be linked with Calvert-Lewin from Everton, but I mean, apparently they want 50 million quid for him. He's another one that I'm not really sure about. He hasn't really done well at Everton, especially not last season. And Anthony Gordon, a player apparently that we're pursuing. I mean, like I say, you know, I don't have any source that tells me who is coming in and who is going out, for that matter. You know, it's just all speculation, really, in my opinion, and I don't really like speculation. It's interesting, but on the channel, you know, I couldn't really tell you that we're going to sign this and we're going to sign that one. I suppose it's all about just waiting and seeing, really. Now, another name that has been bounded about in recent days and last week, really, is Benjamin Cesco. He did score against Liverpool in a pre-season friendly there. and apparently he is kind of tipped to come to Newcastle United. Yet again, we're just going to have to wait and see, aren't we? I'm not sure whether we're going to get any new players in before the Nottingham Forest game. It would be nice. I am praying that we do get someone in before then. We've got a whole week ahead of us. But tomorrow we'll see Newcastle United playing at St James's Park. Tomorrow night at, I think it's 8 o'clock. They will be playing Atalanta, team from Italy, a very talented team. They have an absolutely fantastic youth training system there. I used to coach football out here from like 16, 18-year-olds, and I've come across Atalanta's youth team a couple of times, and hey, I tell you what, there's some absolutely fantastic players. But I mean, tomorrow, it's going to be fantastic. If you've got a ticket, I unfortunately won't be there, but if you have got a ticket to see everything they've done at St James's Park, there will be the safe standing area. I don't think that'll be used tomorrow. I think that is being they're going to be waiting for the first game of the season against Nottingham Forest. It will be the Nottingham Forest fans that get a first taste of safe standing at St James's Park. But it'll be interesting to see how that works. I mean, well, this morning I read that in an Italian newspaper that Atalanta have been rocked by a drug probe, and Jose Luis Palomino has failed an anti-doping test. Apparently he was tested for cholesterol, and apparently this is a drug which enhances performance, and it's banned. It is banned. Now, I can't say that, obviously the guy is innocent until proven guilty, but he will not feature tomorrow. Apparently there will be no open training sessions, and apparently they're putting a block on any press conferences tomorrow. I suppose he's just going to have to wait and see. Unfortunately, if he does test positive and he is found to be breaking the law, he will get a 4-year ban. The defender is 32 years old. So, I mean, that would finish his career, and it would finish on a very, very bad note. Tomorrow, though, we will get a little bit of a view of Duvan Zapata, who we've been linked with in the past. Maybe Dan Ashworth might take him to one side and have a word with him. It would be interesting to see him playing tomorrow. I'm sure they might have a word with him, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, Saturday afternoon sees us taking on Athletic Club, or Athletic Bilbao as I like to call them. We did play them way back in the UEFA Cup. We went out quite... It was a shame really, because we just kind of let an extra away goal in for them at St James's Park. I remember it, I was there. One of them things. But it will be interesting to play them in a friendly on Saturday. Obviously, tomorrow night Atalanta, and Saturday Athletic Bilbao or Athletic Club. So 2 really fantastic days for everybody at St James's Park. Apparently they're practically sold out. So to get 2 full houses in 2 days at St James's Park is fantastic. And it doesn't surprise me really when you consider that 40,000 fans were basically queuing for 1,000 season tickets just a couple of weeks ago. It's unbelievable. And of course, obviously, the talk about moving from St James's Park, or how we're going to extend it to get extra fans in, it's obviously a very valid question. But we'll have to wait and see in time. Obviously, they're looking to relocate the training ground. Obviously, they've made adjustments to the training ground to make it better, but they are looking for a plot of land in Newcastle, or on the outskirts of Newcastle, to try and build a much bigger and better facility. Now, that'll all come out in time. I'm not going to second guess, because to be honest, I haven't really got a clue. The only thing that I have heard from Eddie's channel, Tyneside Life, is that it could be near Gosforth Racecourse. All things to look forward to, really, at Newcastle United. I hope to see Newcastle United play a really good game against Atalanta tomorrow, and obviously against Bilbao on Saturday. And then next week, would you believe, next Saturday, it'll be my wife's birthday, we take on Nottingham Forest in the first game of the season. Can't wait. So that was just a kind of brief summary, really, of the week's gone by this week, and lots of rumours and things like that, and a few facts as well. Obviously, you'll see me more regularly on YouTube as the season starts. So basically, for everybody who's going to St James's Park tomorrow and Saturday, enjoy it, have a great time. I'm very envious. And listen, from Geordieland 1892, I'm out.